Hello, beautiful people of the world. Hello. I know y'all like, why is she back? I just had to come back because I had to vent. I had to vent. I have to vent. I need to vent. Couldn't get in touch with my best girlfriend to vent to her. But let me just say this. I have said this 1,000 times on here on YouTube. I've even said it over on my personal Facebook page, okay? Listen here. Let's be clear about something. When I get on social media and I do a video, a reel, or whatever, whether it be here, wherever it may be, I don't owe nobody a goddamn explanation of what I am talking about or how I'm talking about it. Now, I did a video, and I'm going to put it over here. I did a video I put it on my Facebook page, and I was talking about people glorifying being broke. Okay? Now, I think we had this conversation the other day on a live stream, and we were talking about being broke, right? Or not having enough money, or whatever the case may be. Let me make myself clear. If I don't call your name specifically in a post or a video, whatever I say, you shouldn't get offended by it. The only time people get offended by what I say and how I say it or what I say is when it pertains to them. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. A hit dog will holler, male or female. Because if you get offended by what somebody say, that means that it's hitting home and you feel some type of way. I am not responsible, nor do I care about how you feel about what the fuck I say. I am not going to tiptoe. I am not going to dance around. I am not going to be all the things that you want me to be because you feel some type of way. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that over here on YouTube. I am not going to do that on YouTube. I am not going to do that on Facebook or any other goddamn place. You know why? Because people say what the fuck they want to say. And when they say what they want to say, they have every right to say what they want to say because it's called what? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Freedom of speech. I don't like everything the ugly ass man who sits in the Oval Office says. In fact, I don't like him at all, which you all know this. However, he says what he wants to say, how he wants to say it, and he gets away with it, and nobody gives a damn or say anything to him about it. He called people out their names. He's disrespectful. He's nasty. He's mean. Blah, blah. Skippy doo. Skippy woo woo. Okay? So, having said that, he is allowed to say and do whatever he wants to do. Whether I like it, whether you like it, whether the world like it, or whomever like it. He does what the fuck he wants to do. You know why? Because it's called what? Freedom of speech. So I wrote this post I did a video over on my personal Facebook page talking about people that glorify being broke. I said the dumbest shit I've ever heard was people saying money don't make me happy, or however the phrase go. Money don't make a person happy. That's some bullshit. Not having any money and struggling and not knowing how you're gonna pay your bills or if you're gonna be able to. Look at this dumb motherfucker right here. He's scraping all the snow in the street when he could just put it right here on the. Anyway, not having no money, struggling, not being able to pay your bills, having debt collectors call you, being behind on your mortgage and your rent, not being able to afford things that you want to buy, not being able to go get your hair, nails, feet, shop, not being able to take care of yourself as an adult should because you're struggling, ain't no fucking fun. Okay? I don't care how much you believe in God. I don't care how well you trust in him. I don't care what you know about him. Okay? Because I'm not saying that you shouldn't trust God or you shouldn't believe in God. You all know that I'm a God-fearing person. I love God with everything in me. However, God did not say that he wanted us to go without either. He said that he would supply every need according to his riches and glory. He also said that he doesn't want us begging for bread. So in the life we live in the world we live, where things are exceptionally high, food, clothing, utility bills, people are struggling. Some people, like I'm going to say what Passion said. Passion said, everybody ain't broke. Okay? And the reason why I keep bringing up what Passion said, because she taught me that that's a true statement. And to stop glorifying and sitting in that, I hear people say this all the time. Girl, or whoever, whatever they be saying, I don't have, I'm broke, but I mean, it is what it is. No, it ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? I'm just, I'm broke, but I'm okay with it. Listen here, Linda. Ain't nobody okay with that. And if you are okay with that, if you are okay with staying at the bottom and never having more than what you have, God bless your ministry. God bless your ministry. That ain't me. That ain't CC. Okay? That ain't CC. I'm not happy. I'm not the happiest when I don't have money. I'm not the happiest. So when I'm over here and I'm trying to figure out, speaking of, I made arrangements with the debt collectors today for the bed and the washer and dryer. They called me. I made arrangements with them. So I'm going to do $75 a month to pay off the bed and $45 to pay off the washer and dryer. He was trying to get me to pay this big number. I said, listen. I said, I don't have it. I said, you got to come down real low. Okay? And he said, well, it's going to take a while for you to pay this off. I don't give a rat's ass. I said, listen. I said, I don't have a problem paying it. I said, if I couldn't pay them, what make you them that amount? What make you think I can pay you? I said, it wouldn't be in collections if I was able to pay them, now would it? So he was like, well, what happened? I said, first of all, I don't even know why you all asked that. I said, I don't even know why you all ask people that. I said, because obviously something happened. I said, don't nobody just not want to pay a bill or their bills. I said, no. I said, so, yeah, something happened. So I told him about my car, all the things happened with my car, what happened with my cat. I said, then, I got sick. And I said, so listen, I said, I had to do a repayment with the mortgage. I said, I'm doing the best that I can. I said, but if I could pay it to them, it wouldn't be in collections. I said, so when you come over here, somebody, can you pay $800? I couldn't pay $800 to them. So he said, well, when you get a tax return, if you get an income tax return, he said, I would just suggest that you pay a little bit more. I said, okay. I said, but I got a 17-year-old son who's getting ready to graduate from high school. I said, and I'm a single mother. And I said, and I make good money. I said, but I spend a lot of money too. And I said, but I don't have a problem paying what I owe to you all in the collections. I said, but I can't pay this. What you asking me to pay? I said, I cannot pay no $800 a month or no whatever I think that was his amount for the bed. I said, I cannot pay that. I said, the account is closed anyway because it is in collections. I said, so it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you all this right now. I am not going to deny myself, because I get up and I go to work every day. I'm not no bum-ass woman. I'm not, and this is what I'm saying about being on Facebook. I don't get on Facebook. There's a lot of people get on Facebook. Let me tell you, this guy who made a comment, it was a guy friend who made a comment about what I said about being broke. He made a comment, but you was the same motherfucker on Facebook talking about you needed people to help you because you didn't have enough money to pay your rent or whatever it was. See what I'm saying? So this is why I'm saying, only a hit dog will holler when you start talking about being broke and money. And this other chick who made the comment that she made, I've been knowing her for years and years and years. You know what? Don't get on my post trying to be judgmental to me about what I say and how I talk. When you was just laid up with a motherfucker, you moved into his house with your grown ass kids, and he put you the fuck out. You know, but everybody want to be judgmental about what you say and how you say it, and the way in which you express yourself. Don't act like you better than me, because you was just over there fucking and sucking this nigga, and he wasn't your husband. You know, but you so saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. But when you was living with a motherfucker, where was your savedness then? See, that's what I'm saying. I know too much about people for people to ever try to come to me and try to talk about me. I ain't never said I was perfect. I ain't never said I've done everything right. I have never said that I am a person who don't have flaws. I got a whole bunch of them. But what I don't do is that I don't go on people's Facebook pages and try to railroad them and try to tell them what they do. I see a lot of shit on social media. It's people right over here on this platform, on YouTube, that do things that I see that I would never do. That I would never do. But who the fuck am I to tell somebody else how to live their life and do what they do? That's your business. That's your business. I'm responsible for me and only me. I'm responsible for Christopher. I teach Christopher right from wrong. The rest of these motherfuckers that's grown, if you pass 25, I'm not finna teach you what's right and wrong. You know what's right and wrong. Now, if you come to me and say, Cece, I need some advice. What you think I should do about this? Or what you think? What do you think about this? What would you do? I'll give you some advice. But I'm not finna try to steer you or guide you to do nothing because you grown. So I don't appreciate people coming to me, stepping to me, talking about what I post. Who the fuck are you? And when was the last time I needed your goddamn approval to do what I do? I do what I want to do, and I say what I want to say. I'm not that type of person that can be controlled by other people. I said that 1,001 goddamn times. So I told her on my post, I said, let it go. I said what I said the way I wanted to say it. And then I put another video up there, and I said, I don't get on people's posts or videos nowhere and disrespect them. And I don't. I don't disrespect people. Because who am I to tell you how to express who you are? Who am I to tell you how to be in your creativity or whatever you do? So I don't like that. And that shit got on my nerve and it pissed me off. And I told her, let it go. Because what I'm not finna do, I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you, because what I started to do was not answer her at all. So now, bitch, you done pissed me off so bad that you get nothing else from me. But don't try to sit up here and act like you so holy, because you're not. You're not. You've been married 2 times, twice. You can't stay with no man. Then you moved in with a man. Then you moved in with another man. So give me a motherfucking break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Just give me a break. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the dudes that she was involved with or messing with or whatever, that they was the greatest dudes or whatever. But don't try to look down on somebody, because you know, and this is another dumb thing that I hear people say all the time, and I'm gonna say it right here. another dumb thing I hear is when people say, "Oh, you know, never take advice from a single person." Well, you married motherfuckers ain't doing that great. Y'all are not doing that great. Y'all not doing that great. I mean, y'all can't stay married. Most of y'all are cheating. So I'm just trying to figure out, why is it that a single person can't give some advice as if you all are giving advice and y'all can do better than what single people are doing. I'm just curious. What are y'all doing that's so great, that's different than single people? Because y'all can't stay married. Y'all been married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You divorced. Only advice that somebody can give me is somebody who has had a successful marriage. But how many people got successful marriages? I'm just saying. So this is what I say. If you don't want nobody to come at you, don't try to come for them. If you want people to respect you, if you want people to respect you, if you want people to give you the same respect, I suggest that you give respect back. Otherwise, you get what the fuck you get. And she was like, "Oh, and you cussing and everything." So motherfucking what? I curse. That is not a secret. And I'm not explaining or justifying or saying I'm sorry for cussing. I'm not. You either like me, love me the way that I am, or don't fuck with me at all. I don't have no problem with nobody not fucking with me. I don't need a whole bunch of nothing. And surely don't need a whole bunch of motherfucking girlfriends. I don't fuck with women like that. I'm not always hanging out with women. I'm not always talking about, "Oh, girl, let's get together. Let's do this. Let's do that." No, I don't. One of my friends, one of the girlfriends that I was telling you about, that has cancer. It was her birthday yesterday. And they had took her out to dinner. And they had invited most of the classmates or whatever. I did not go. Not because I don't love her. I love her, and I'm glad that she was happy. And they're planning to take her to her best friend, who's a classmate, planning to take her to the New Edition concert in March. And she was asking everybody to donate so they could take her to this concert in St. Louis. And I'm gonna send her some money. I'm gonna sell some money to her to take her to this, to the concert. But I had no intentions of going, because I don't like, I'm the type, I am, and I have gotten to the point, I don't have to go to everything. And I don't want to be around everybody. I just don't. Man, they parking over here. What's the handicap? Yeah, that's the handicap. Go around this way. Okay, I'll park right here. I came over here. Coming over here. See if I can find that Michael Kors purse. Because a little birdie said that they wanted to get it for me for Christmas. So we're going to go in here, y'all, and see if they got it. So, I'll let y'all know. But I'm just going to say this before I get out this car. I'll probably be back. I'll be back if I can find it. But if I can't, y'all won't see me. But I'm just going to say this. Be who you are. And stop explaining to everybody or trying to explain to everybody why you who you are. If people don't like who you are, they don't have to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? We're in a time now where all of that trying to people please people, that shit is over for me. I'm not trying to please nobody but my damn self. That's it. Because you know what? All these people that's around here trying to tell you to do this and be that and say this, when you need they motherfucking asses, when you really need them same people will not be there for you. They will not show up for you. So why should you give a fuck about what anybody say or think about you? Anyway, let me go in here. I'll see you all later. For now, I might be back if I can find the purse. Okay, peace. All right, you all. I did find the purse. I FaceTime Meadow. I said, okay, Meadow, here's the purse. Because he had asked me, or he wanted to buy me a purse anyway for Christmas. Now, me and Meadow have went back and forth, arguing about him not buying me a Christmas gift. And the reason why I was so adamant about him not buying me a Christmas gift, because Meadow is always sending little, you know, things for Christopher and I. He's always doing really nice things. And I just feel that Christmas for me with him and his friendship, you all know he helps me out tremendously with this YouTube channel. He does all types of research for the channel. You know, if I'm having a difficult time or I can't find something or I don't understand something, he's always there to help me. And I appreciate him immensely. And I just did not want him to buy me a bunch of stuff for Christmas, okay? Not that I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna do, but I just did not want him to do that. He's a young man, and I just feel like he ought to be taking his money and saving his money. If I was the age that Meadow is, I would have done so many things differently with my money, okay? And I know we all like to shop and we like nice things and stuff like that. But I told him that I want him to save his money, because there's going to come a time that he's going to move out of his parents' home. You know, there's going to come a time that he's going to be on his own and he's going to have his own family, and he's young, right? He's a young person. And so, you know, it is better. This is what I was saying in my video about being broke. It is better to have money saved or have money that you don't have to worry. Like if you get laid off from your job, right? You get laid off, or your job for whatever reason downsizes, or whatever the case may be, right? You don't want to be in a position where you don't have nothing saved, okay? And if I could do a do-over, I would save more money than I did when I was young. Okay, my mother told me this. You know, I did what I wanted to do, in which the way I wanted to do it, and therefore I'm where I am. Okay, nobody's fault but my own. I work every day. Yes, I work. Okay, I do. But do I want to work forever? No, I do not. Okay, I do not want to work forever. And I want to be in a position that if I want to take a day off and I have an FMLA day and I don't get paid for it, where it will not, and I don't get paid, that it does not affect me financially. I'm not in that position where I can do that. You know, I'm just being real honest and real transparent. So I said all that to say that I'm encouraging young people, young men and women. And when I say young, you know, I'm talking about from the age of 18 all the way up until the age of 50, okay? Because I feel like I'm older than most of the people that's on this channel that watch me. I'm just encouraging you all to save your money. You do not want to be in a position that, you know, something happened with your car, something happened with your house, something happened with your apartment, and you're not able to afford, you know, anything. You understand what I'm saying? Or you struggling. You just don't want that. That is the worst feeling in the world. Been there, done that, okay? I don't want to be going to my 81-year-old mother, asking my mother to help me with this, that, and the other. I want to be able to put my hands on money. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about being broke, okay? I'm not looking down on nobody. I don't give a fuck how y'all take what I say or how you feel about what I say. The worst thing in the world is not being able to put your hand on money to get your car fixed, to get a bursted pipe, or this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, if I could redo what I have did in my younger years up until now, I would be so far ahead. So this is why I'm encouraging him and telling him, Metal, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money. I'm not saying he not. I'm not saying he's not doing that. I know that he saves his money, okay? But I just want to encourage him because I don't want Metal to be where I am. I don't want anybody to be where I am, okay? I can't take a day off and miss a day's pay because I don't have no money saved. I don't have a huge savings account where I can do that. I would love to be able to pay 3 months of mortgage and be able to sit back and say, oh, okay, I got this money that I can just go kick it with. I can go to a nice restaurant. I can go to a nice restaurant and eat. You know, listen, I don't care what nobody say. Not having any money is fucking depressing. Now, maybe it ain't depressing for some people because maybe y'all got it like that, okay? I don't know your situation. I don't know your financial situation. If you got it like that, I applaud you. If you got it like that, I'm glad. I'm happy for you, okay? But most people ain't got it like that, and that's just the truth. But this is the purse. This is the purse that I wanted, okay? It's in this. And the other purse that I was telling you all about, it's got feet on the bottom. And I think the feet on the bottom, yeah, they say Michael Kors too. And this purse was $100. The compared value was $208 for this purse. Don't sleep on Ross. And it has 3 compartments. But anyway, I will show you all in more detail what this purse looks like. I will do a review on it. I bought that, and I bought some other little stuff, but it ain't nothing. So, you know, when I be telling Metal that, or I tell anybody that, or when I'm on video and I'm talking about that, that's what I'm talking about. Because like I said, the worst thing in the world is not having enough money. I don't want to be in that position. I don't want that to be my story, you know. It is better to have money in the bank saved, where if something happened, you can go to the bank, you can get the money, or you can Zelle a person or whatever. Look at what just happened with my house. Thank God I had somebody that I could call who only charged me, and I ended up giving him some money for that. I gave him $150 for that. But what I'm saying is, I'm basically living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I do get my hair done. I do get my nails, my feet done. I'm going to do that. I do shop here and there. I do that. I'm not going to stop doing that. But what I know that I need to start doing is that I need to put some money aside or put some money away. So when I do get my income tax return, I am going to pay off those 2 creditors. I'm going to pay them off because I don't want that shit lingering. I'm going to pay it off. I don't know how much I'm going to get back. I don't know. If I'm able to pay it off, I will pay it off. If I'm not, I'm still going to put some money in the bank. That's all I'm saying. So I don't give a damn what nobody think about CC. I don't give a damn about nobody thinking about what I say. If you are a person who you okay with being, if you are okay with being broke, with being in a situation, that would have been a catastrophe. If you are okay with being broke, or if you are okay with not having a lot of money, hey, that's on you. That ain't what I subscribe to. I'm gonna go here to Wendy's. I'm on my lunch break, y'all. I'm not, that's not me. I don't want to be on a struggle bus forever. I do not want to be on a struggle bus forever. It's a goddamn shame when you don't have money and you can't put your hand on a dollar real easily. Excuse me. Let's get that gum out. Who in the hell wants to be in that situation all the time. I don't. So if people get upset about what I say and how I say it, hey, you just gonna be upset. Because I'm not gonna stop saying what I say. I'm gonna encourage Meadow and young people like Meadow and anybody and everybody to save you some money. Okay? Because I didn't. And that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in. Why would you not listen to me? And I'm telling you what situation I've been in. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Come on. I love and care about you too much. You may not like my delivery. You may not like how I come off. And that's okay. You ain't got to. But you're going to thank me in the end when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Because you're going to be 55 years old like me and struggling. Okay? And I haven't always struggled. You know what I'm saying? I haven't always struggled. But I'm struggling a little bit. And I'm not really struggling. Let me just be clear. I'm not struggling. But I got shit to pay. You know, I got to keep my light on, my gas on. I got to have my mortgage paid, all of that. It's just what it is. You know, it's just what it is. So, I mean, I'm doing the best that I can with what I'm doing. So, I'm just telling you all to do the best that you can do by saving you some money. Because not having no money is not cool.
Welcome to Wendy's. Would you like to try a new tenders combo?
No, thank you.
No problem. What would you like today?
Can I get the apple pecan salad with extra salad dressing? And
anything else I can get for you?
And can I get an order of 10-piece nuggets, just the nuggets, and a large tangerine lemonade?
What sauce?
Large.
The 10-piece chicken nuggets need a sauce. What sauce would you like?
I don't need a sauce.
Would you like anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. Please pull up to the next window.
Okay, thank you. Now they don't even have a real person out here, y'all. They got an AI person. They don't even have a real person. See what I'm saying? All of this AI stuff, they're going to be getting rid of jobs. They're going to be getting rid of people. And people not going to even have a job. Anyway, you all, I'm going to get on to get my food. I'm going to get on and get out of here. I will come back. We will talk more about this on the live this afternoon, okay, when I come back. But I just had to come back and say that because I am just tired of people being in their feelings about CC. You going to stay mad at me, sis. Bro, you gonna stay mad at me because I'm not gonna never stop talking about what I want to talk about. I'm just not. But anyway, I'll talk to you all later. I'll see you all later. I hope you all are having a great and wonderful, blessed day. Okay? All right. Bye.